MC Duo.
Yeah, it's just MC Duo.
Yeah.
Or McDowell, as some people like to call him.
Yeah.
But we're going to stick with MC Duo.
Yeah.
I like that. if he's going to rap, MC Duo is going to be his name.
MC Duo.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Brad, and with me, as always, is John, and this is Race Car Spelled Backwards, episode 107. What's up, man?
It's good.
Good day?
Yeah.
Monday?
No, Tuesday.
Feels like Monday.
But it's actually Tuesday. I've had a good week. I was at the lake all week last week.
You're all refreshed.
Yeah.
Kind of like I was when I got back from my trip.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just feel...
Just a good mood.
You feel rejuvenated after a good trip like that, you know?
Yeah.
So y'all had a good time at the lake?
We did. It was a lot of rain, though, after like Thursday.
Well, if I've learned anything about Mimi, when she goes on vacation, natural disasters usually hit.
That's right.
She's been to Florida with like 2 hurricanes hit. She had a tornado in Panama City one time, and now Alabama for a hurricane. So she's almost like a storm chaser, to be honest with you.
She's almost like NASCAR.
Bringing the weather. I don't know. The last few weeks, we've had great weather at NASCAR, so it's kind of crazy. We can't say that, really.
No, we can't.
Well,
but we still will.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know how many races we've had rain delays at. I wonder if we've had more rain delays or more overtime finishes this year.
I think overtimes.
Probably. Well, we did set a record, so
yeah.
The record has now been set, people. We've had, what was it, 12, I think we're at now?
Yeah, we still got
7 races to go.
Something like that.
So, yeah, I mean, I have this in the notes somewhere to talk about, but what do you think? How many, since we're talking about it now, how many overtime finishes do we have? So we are now, we've set a
20.
new record. So we've got 12, and we have to say, you say 20?
20.
We can't.
20.
7 plus 12 is not 20.
No, but we're gonna have 2 back-to-back. Like, we're going to have 2 overtime finishes in one of these races.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just saying how many races with overtime.
Oh, all of them.
So you think every race from here on out will have an overtime finish?
Yeah.
I don't know if I think 12, not 7. I don't know if I'm going to go with 7. I say 4.
You think we're only going to have 4 more? Or 4 more races and then an overtime finish?
Yeah, I think Kansas will finish under green. Phoenix will finish under green. And then maybe that's it. So maybe it's 5.
5.
So I'll go with 5 then. I think
we're going to have...
Final answer.
I think we're going to have 20 total overtime finishes this season. Why not just make it a nice round number?
You know, I don't like it. I just don't like it. So what else is new with you?
Nothing. Really.
Trying to think. I think we're like good for the rest of the season. I don't think we have any events coming up that are gonna
interfere
with recording on Tuesday. Thursday I'm going to a K-pop concert this week.
Oh, really?
It's my second.
What concert?
Oh, I knew you were gonna ask me that. My daughters are gonna be so mad. It's not NSYNC, but it's something like that. Like NTC Dream, maybe. NTX Dream. It's something along. It's an N something Dream.
Like JGR Dream.
It's in something like NTX Dream or something like that. Maybe it's NTX Dream. We'll go with that.
Okay.
But that's Thursday. I'm taking my daughters to that. If you've never been to a K-pop concert,
like me,
maybe you should check it out if you have daughters.
If you have daughters.
If you don't have daughters that are into K-pop music, you probably don't want to be the only adult male there by yourself.
Yeah.
You'll get arrested, most likely. I mean,
Oh man,
it'd be kind of like being an adult male going to Disneyland
by yourself.
by yourself. It's just
Don't make sense.
it's not appropriate.
No.
There's something off about you.
If you're walking around, could you imagine that? Like going to Disneyland and there's just a dude that looks like you, just walking around Disneyland by himself with his Mickey Mouse ears on.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Exactly.
I walk around with my kids and don't put Mickey Mouse ears on.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever. Oh, I did. I had a top hat one time.
That's cool. Though.
Before y'all were born, me and your mom went to Disney World for, I think it was her college graduation or something like that. And she got the wedding one, and I got the top hat one, and that's what we wore around the park. I got the top hat one not because it went with the wedding one, but because Slash from Guns N' Roses wore a top hat. So I'm like, hey, it's like Mickey Mouse Slash. So that's why I went with the top hat. I still have it somewhere.
I think the top hat's acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
I was good with it.
Do you still have hair at that time?
Probably. It was probably falling out. I mean, as soon as I got married, my hair fell out. Not saying it was your mom. I had to lock her down before it fell out. She'd be like, ooh.
Yeah.
This bald guy.
Like, oh, I don't want.
I wanted the guy with hair. I knew. I saw one hair fall out. I'm like, will you marry me?
Yeah.
Let's hurry up.
Ring.
Can we do this next week?
A ring just appears in the pocket.
Woo. Please marry me before I go bald.
Like, you get out the shower. You're like, wait a minute.
It's time to get married. No, it was, I think I was 22. So we'd been married a year or two when my hair started falling out. It didn't take long. But I tried to save it. It wasn't savable.
Man.
So I just rolled with it.
It means I've got 5 years left of this.
No, I mean, your hair comes from your mom's side of the family, so I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, I should be good. Hopefully.
They all have hair.
Yeah.
Grandpa Jay, he's got hair.
Yeah, so I think I should
Grandpa
be good.
in New York's like 80.
And he still has hair.
And he still has more hair than me. So,
look, I mean.
you're good, man.
Yeah, I should be chilling.
The girls might go bald. I don't think it works that way. Maybe I've broken it. There are no more bald men in the Carden family after me.
Good job.
Unless you marry a girl who's see, Mr. Clint's got all his hair.
Yeah.
What about her family? You met them?
He still has his hair.
Did April's parents? Does her dad have hair?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Your kids should not have a hair loss problem.
We should be good.
I didn't know. My mom didn't know, and my dad didn't know that all mattered back in the day. So. They couldn't work on that.
Yeah, that wasn't a factor in the decision making.
Yeah, and
it's a deal breaker. Right?
It's a deal breaker. I don't want my kids to be bald.
No, can't do it. Sorry.
Can't marry you.
You're a great person. We
but
agree
your
on
dad's
everything.
bald.
We agree on everything, but your dad's bald. I can't do it.
No, it's not going to work.
Nope, can't do it.
I can remember being little and like my uncles on my mom's side of the family, they all had the cul-de-sac going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't ever want that.
I
never had the cul-de-sac ever.
There you go.
When the middle started going away, the sides went away with it. Like, zip, zip. We're not. I ain't playing this game. No parking here.
This is a no parking zone.
Yep.
It's a runway.
All right. Before we jump into the race and stuff, I need to give a shout out to Designs by Sydney. If you don't know, that's because you haven't been listening to this show very well. You should listen a little better so you will know. The best graphic designer that me and John both know would be Sydney at Designs by Sydney. She could take care of just about anything you need graphic designs wise, whether it's personal stuff, business stuff, letterheads, logos. If you want a minimalist sticker like the ones of these NASCAR drivers here, or if you need a custom Buffalo Bills sticker or a Thanks Denny sticker, Sydney's got you covered. So make sure you check out Designs by Sydney for all of your graphic designs needs. And this month, we're celebrating Sydney's birthday month. You can get 27% off your next order if you use the code CAR, C-A-R, 924 at checkout. That's CAR 924 for 27% off at checkout. So make sure you check that out. And also don't forget, each week Sydney puts out a poll of which race is the best race, Xfinity or Cup. Again, Cup won this week. I think really since we've started doing the poll, a lot of them have been Cup. So
yeah,
make sure you go vote on Sydney's poll. But like I said, don't forget any graphic design needs you need. Check out Designs by Sydney. And if you like Chris Buescher, he got a minimalist sticker made this week.
Finally.
It looked good, too. I've already seen it on Facebook. So if you like Chris Buescher, head over to designsbysydney.com right now. Use code 924. get 27% off. Wish her a happy birthday. Get you a Chris Buescher sticker at the same time. That's Designs by Sydney. You think they got it?
I think. Wait, one more.
Designs by Sydney.
Okay,
y'all.
I think we're good now.
Okay.
What? So why is it 27%? Is that how old she is?
Yeah, I guess.
So-
I mean, would that not make sense?
I mean, that's the only thing I could think of.
She's got you by 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to try to do the math to know how many years I got on her. See, that would be 27.
And you're trying to do the math.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I think it's
we're going to be
13.
here for a while.
It's 13, man. I can count 12. And I just added one extra, so we'll call it 13.
All right.
All right, let's jump into the racing. Where do you want to start at? I'm going to start with Connor.
Yeah. Let's start with Xfinity.
Connor Zilich.
Dude, what a run.
This is his first ever Xfinity race.
And he destroyed everybody.
Do you think somebody like Allgaier felt bad? I mean, somebody who makes a career out of the Xfinity series.
Right.
Do you think they felt bad at the end of that race and they're like, man, what happened?
Yeah, this 18-year-old kid destroyed me.
At the end of stage 1, he had a 10-second lead.
I mean,
He got sent to the back on pit strategy.
yeah.
Then he got sent to the back because he wasn't paying attention and was following the car in front of him.
Yeah. And then he still wins.
And every time he went to the back, he drove through. He is hands down the fastest driver on a road course that I've ever seen.
I mean,
If I was
Cassie.
Trackhouse, I'd have him in a cup car next year at least one road course race.
oh yeah. Like, cause he would do so good.
So how long do you think he stays in the Xfinity Series at JGR next year?
Oh, only 1 year.
Not JGR.
Not JGR.
Junior Motorsports.
JRM.
Yeah. That's what I meant. All these acronyms like FBI, CIA.
Can't do it.
It
Can't
just
do it.
throws me off.
Yeah. No, well, I think if he performs as well as he did Sunday throughout the season next year, he'll be in a cup car in 2 years. In 2
So
seasons.
you're saying 2026.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I say 1 year in the Xfinity. Why not? Carson Hocevar. I mean, look at this kid.
Yeah.
He has more top 10s this season than if you combine every season that 77 has run at Spire Motorsports.
Yep.
So, and the first season was 2019. So from 2019 to 2023,
Mm-hmm.
you take all those top 10s, and then you take what Carson's done this year, and he's done more this year than those years combined.
Yeah. I mean, he's got talent too.
He's got a lot of talent. I don't know how much money he has backing him.
Yeah.
That should be something they have to put on their fire suit. Like, my dad does this, or my dad owns this. You know, it's
My dad makes this much.
so. But Connor Zilich, no, I really thought he would end up at HMS. So I don't. Trackhouse better provide like top of the line equipment because
he's gonna get snagged up. by
yeah,
someone
Rick
good.
will pay him out of his contract to bring him over.
Oh yeah. So do you think he replaces Bowman?
If he goes to HM, how could he? Bowman's like 4th in points.
I know. That's what like we've been talking about Bowman quite a bit this season. But
I mean,
playoffs come around and he turns up.
I could see. I mean, if Bowman wasn't performing, I could see Connor being his replacement. But I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think Bowman's performing.
Yeah.
I don't think we can hate on Bowman right now because he's
doing good.
he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing.
Right. I mean, like I said, playoffs come around and he just lights it up.
So, how many races do you think Connor Zilich wins in the Xfinity Series in 2025?
How many road courses are there?
Well, he's still got to compete with SVG.
I know.
But SVG's full-time in the Cup Series, so I don't know how much. I'm sure he'll still run road courses because he's good at it. But
Yeah.
I say 5.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure that's what I told you Sunday when we were talking about it.
5?
Yeah.
I think 5. I mean, he's going to have to learn a lot at these mile-and-a-half tracks. He's got oval experience from the Cars Tour. And when you're arguably some of the best drivers in the world, talent-wise, not money-wise, but talent-wise, running the Cars Tour.
Yeah.
So he's raced on oval tracks with some of the best in the world. Now, they're not 1.5 mile oval tracks. That's where I think he's got some learning to do. But he's got a couple of those left this season. Kansas, he's running. Homestead, I know he's running. So, we'll see how he does there. But the kid has it. He's got what it takes.
Imagine he goes out and wins Kansas.
Oh, that would be great.
I mean,
I don't see it happening, but he's going to have to learn to qualify on these big tracks.
Yeah.
So that could be a thing.
I mean, look, he's a year older than I am.
Yeah. I know. I mean, and that's what's crazy. And he's the second youngest driver in the Xfinity Series because Joey beat him by a month.
Yep.
Dang it, Joey.
Come on, Joey.
I think Connor even tweeted that. He's like, dang it, Joey.
Oh, man.
We need a sticker. Dang it, Joey.
Yeah, thanks, Denny, and dang it, Joey.
Yeah.
Oh, that would go right next to my thanks, Denny sticker.
We get you one that says L.A. Joey.
L.A. Joey. No.
Or MC Do Well.
Oh, dude. Logano.
Something happened.
Logano.
I don't know what happened with MC Do Well, but him and somebody got into it on the track. Where did he finish at?
I got no idea. He kind of fell out.
So something happened to him on the track, and then he had an altercation in pit road. He finished 7th.
Oh, okay.
But he went up to tell somebody what he thought about him on pit road. And I didn't really dig into it because
MC Do Well.
Yeah, it's just MC Do Well.
Yeah.
Or McDowell, as some people like to call him.
Yeah.
But we're going to stick with MC Do Well.
Yeah.
I like that. if he's going to rap, MC Do Well is going to be his name.
MC Do Well.
And then LaJoy, L.A. Joey.
Yeah. You're calling LaJoy L.A. Joey. Yeah. And then I was calling Joey Logano. And then Kyle Larson we called, what was it? L.A. Arson. Oh, yeah.
We had fun Sunday watching the race together.
We did.
Watkins Glen. What do you think? Good race? Not good race?
Oh, it was a pretty good race for Next Gen Road.
So where are you going to throw it out on the pole?
Man. Okay. If I could personally choose a number, I'd put it like a 77 if I could personally choose a number.
That's kind of what you're doing here.
Yeah, but that's not what everyone else voted. I think it's probably going to be a little bit higher because of the finish. The finish was pretty good. And it was I thought it was a pretty eventful race overall.
I voted yes. I thought it was a good race. Yeah, I had no issues with it whatsoever, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go – I think it's going to be a little bit higher than what I'm thinking. So if I say 77, I'm going to go with like 82.
Are you looking at this every week or something?
No.
Are you on Twitter? Because you've been like spot on 2 weeks in a row. I didn't even write it down. It was either 82 or 88.
88?
I forgot to write it down.
Wait, so am I right?
I'm pretty sure it was 82 and 18, so yeah.
Oh, let's go.
That's what I mean. You got to be looking this up or something.
I swear I'm not. I'm on a roll.
It's 2 weeks in a row.
What was I, one off last week?
No, I think you were dead on last week. The week before that, you were one off.
Dude, I'm on a roll right now.
You're killing it. You know what the people think. You're more in tune with the people than me.
I am one with the people. I am the people.
I voted yes. I mean, I thought it was a good race. It started off entertaining because that's how I judge, is it a good race or not? It's not by the racing and the talent and all that good stuff. That don't matter to me. It's about entertaining. Am I entertained for 4 hours? And for 3 hours, and it was almost 4 hours. It's a little over 3 hours.
I was about to say, I thought it was only like just over 3.
It was like 3.5, I think. But I was entertained. I enjoyed it. And even when nothing was really happening on the track, we had Lee Diffie.
Yeah. And MC, and we talk about MC Do Well and Logano and
all
that.
And I mean, we had fun with it, making fun of drivers' last names.
Yeah.
L.A. Joey. I mean, that's what LaJoy needs to get him a T-shirt that says L.A. Joey. That was funny. So, yeah, overall, I thought it was a good race. I enjoyed it. Like I said, we sat there and watched the whole thing live.
Yep.
Which is not easy to do.
No.
Not with all the Peroni's commercials. I mean,
man.
that bent carrot. I'm about tired of that commercial.
Yeah. Whew.
It's just every week. Like overdoing it.
We get it.
We know. Some carrots are bent. Some are not. So other than that, I just can't do live. I don't like live TV. I like to be able to fast forward through the commercials. Yeah. And we couldn't do that this week, but we still had a good time watching it.
Yep.
We enjoyed it. We joked around, cut some jokes the whole time. talked about the driver last names. I mean, Chase Briscoe. I mean, he didn't. Chase Briscoe, he's another one, dude. He's above the cut line going into Bristol, where he runs pretty decent at.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to the next round.
You
Probably.
think?
Probably.
I think he very well could. So speaking of going to the next round, let's talk about a driver who might not go to the next round. So during qualifying, Jeff Burton said Denny Hamlin rode around in the back at Atlanta because he was scared.
Okay. So every week I check the previous week's episode to make sure I don't wear the same outfit.
Yeah.
Our opening clip is us talking about how we just thought Denny had a bad car, and we're like kind of joking about it. Well, no, turns out he didn't. And he's just riding around in the back.
Like, I don't really understand his strategy there. I mean, okay, kind of I do.
Okay.
Historically, that race is a crap show.
Yes.
And he still got caught in the big one at the end. I mean,
it didn't work.
I think
either way.
And then this week he goes out and it's just problem amongst problem amongst problem. I mean, it just he was stacking problems all day.
Yep. Look, I think if Denny wanted to try that strategy, he should have done it coming up in the spring.
Yeah.
Not in the playoffs.
I mean, his strategy of wanting to get 20 points in Atlanta might send him home round one.
Yeah.
And he would deserve it.
Yeah.
Here's the other question. What about, so we were talking about, give some shout outs to some fans last week. Maverick, he's a big Denny fan. We like Denny.
Yeah.
I like to see Denny run well. But Maverick, he's a kid. He goes to see his favorite driver run. His favorite driver rides around in the back all day.
Mm-hmm.
People called in DBC last week complaining about it. I couldn't imagine spending my hard-earned money to go see my favorite driver race.
And him run around
and then he
back.
Doesn't race.
Yeah.
And then admits that he didn't race.
Man, that's a sting right there.
It's almost like a slap in the face to fans, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're fans.
Right. I mean, we thought he just had a bad car. So
knowing he rode around back, how do you feel about that as a fan?
Man, it kind of ticks me off a little bit.
It's just not right.
Dude, I mean, okay, if it had worked, it would be a different story.
Well, if it worked, he would have finished in the top 15. Because that's what, in his mind, he thought, this will work. We'll still get a decent finish. We're going to have a lot of attrition. But Atlanta's changing.
Yeah.
Atlanta's not, it's not even going to be a drafting style track in 2 or 3 more races.
No.
So,
look, if Denny would have had to have gotten a top 10 for it to have been worth it, in my opinion. If there was on let's say 7-6 ago when that freaking sign fell on the track, there's
Walmart.
When Walmart fell on the track, there was a big wreck, and he made it to 14th from that, and then restart comes, he makes it, finishes 9th. Maybe then it would have been worth it.
I wouldn't have had a problem with it then. Actually, I don't know. I feel like these guys who run up front more times than not finish up front.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we do see the big one a lot of times start with the leader, but a lot of times we don't. It's a 50-50. Just like running in the back, it's 50-50. I mean, Dale Jr., I think, said on his show last week, he tried it once, didn't like it, and he just tried to run up front the whole day.
Yeah.
I think that's the better strategy, especially, I mean, going forward, Denny won't do that again.
No.
But the damage is done. I think he's probably lost some fans over this.
I don't know if he's lost fans.
I think he did.
You think?
What if you were a new fan and you just came into the sport and you're like, you know what? I'm going to go with Denny. That's Michael Jordan's partner. And you watch one race, then you watch another, and it's Atlanta. And then you watch Watkins Glen. I mean, 3 in a row, he's done horribly at.
Yeah.
So it's like, why am I? And one of them was his making. You know, yesterday or Sunday wasn't necessarily his fault. There was an accident. He got caught up in somebody else's mess.
A lot of things unfolded yesterday or Sunday. I mean,
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I think if it was me, I don't think I would switch my favorite driver. Or if I'm
I'm saying a new fan.
A new fan.
Yeah.
Well, maybe then you go and be like, "Oh, I'll root for someone else then." But
I mean, I did last year. Like, I decided last year I was going to pull for Kyle Busch. He's back in a Chevy. But
after this season, yeah.
well, I realized about halfway. It's not Busch actually. It's not Kyle whatsoever. I still like Kyle.
It's his team.
It's RCR.
Yeah.
I struggle pulling for a Richard Childress driver. It's not even the team. It's Pop. It's the owner.
Yeah.
Like,
Richard.
If I've learned anything this season, it's Richard's never wrong. Just ask him.
Yeah.
He'll tell you what you saw on TV was not real.
Right.
You shouldn't trust everything you hear on the radio and see on TV. It's not real.
No.
It's AI generated. So, you know, I don't have a favorite driver, to be honest with you. I like Denny. I like Brad.
Larson.
Chase. I mean, I like a lot of guys.
Yeah.
And for different reasons. I mean, I like Chase because he's a Georgia boy.
Right.
Zero personality.
Nope.
I like Larson because of his dirt stuff.
Yeah.
And he's an all or nothing kind of cup driver.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's either going to win it
or
wreck it.
Yep. He's wreckers or checkers.
But Denny, must win now going into Bristol.
No, because he's only 6 points behind. He's not at a must win, but he's got to do good. He can't have the weeks he's been having going into Bristol. He's got to run a typical Bristol race for him, though.
Which for him is winning.
Yes.
He's won the last 2 in a row there.
I know. So
even though his engine builder cost one of them.
Man.
You think that guy's sleeping good right now?
No.
He's probably not even working there anymore.
No. He's probably fired.
Yeah, he cost Denny Hamlin, Joe Gibbs, and Toyota a championship with Denny Hamlin.
With
Christopher Bell could still win the championship.
Yeah.
Right?
But no, I mean, I think Denny's got a really good shot going into Bristol.
I do too. I mean, I think Denny could go in and win Bristol.
Oh yeah.
Easily, actually.
Yes.
But he could also easily get caught up in somebody else's crap.
He just needs to qualify well.
That's a struggle for Denny.
It is.
And Chris Gapehart. I don't know why him and Gapehart cannot qualify well here lately.
But they've really been struggling on qualify. But they do. They need a good qualifying time.
He gets that. He makes it in.
I think so.
I think he needs to earn stage points, stage 1 and stage 2, and finish in the top. I'm gonna say top 5.
You think top 5?
I do, because I think other guys are going to do really well.
I was about to say, it just depends on how the race goes.
Yeah, I mean, right now you got Denny, Brad Keselowski, Truex, and Burton are below the line.
I think Truex
6, 12, 14, 20. That's how far down they each are. I don't think Truex makes it. I think Truex gets caught up in somebody else's crap.
Yep.
I think Harrison Burton's out.
Yeah.
I think Brad's probably out.
Yeah.
I think Denny makes it. And I think one of the guys who are higher up
are gonna
drop. Well, it would be hard. Larson's 26 to the good. Byron's 25 to the good. So I think Briscoe makes it. I think Briscoe gets the top 5.
Yeah.
Gibbs usually runs good at Bristol, so we'll see. I don't know. Denny very well could go home.
Yeah, I mean, that is a possibility.
It's a very good possibility. Because we all thought he would run good at Watkins Glen, and we wouldn't even be talking about this anymore after Sunday, but here we are, still questioning Denny's judgment.
Yeah. So
they want to blame the dog.
I know.
It ain't Lulu's fault. It's Denny's fault.
Leave Lulu alone.
I don't think it's Lulu's fault at all. Denny chose to suck at Atlanta.
Yeah.
That was on him, not the dog.
Lulu didn't make you suck, Denny.
Yeah, and I think it's just karma. From Atlanta, his karma rolled over into Watkins Glen. So.
Yeah.
Speaking of Denny Hamlin and his wreck on lap 1, let's talk about the wreck on lap 1.
Oh, man.
Who's at fault there? Or is anybody at fault?
I've watched it a couple of times, and I think LaJoy just overdrove it.
Or underdrove it.
One of the two. I think he was just a little too aggressive.
I think Gibbs was right on his butt. In his mirror. Kyle didn't cut him any slack. I mean, but as soon as you go off the track, it's over.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I actually say Corey LaJoy screwed up there. I think it's a product of hard, tight racing on the it's lap 1.
Right.
So everybody's still jumbled up. I think on lap 1, your goal should be to survive.
And he didn't.
I mean, he finished.
He actually ran pretty decently.
Look, LaJoie finished 8th and was still the worst finishing Spire car.
Wow.
Because
Another good day for Spire.
Yeah, you had Carson Hocevar finish 2nd, Zane Smith 5th, and LaJoie 8th.
Yeah. I mean, wow. What a story for Spire.
Yeah. So, no, I don't put that on Corey.
You don't?
I put it on racing is what I put it on. And these cars, I mean, it's a little bit of everything. I mean, yes, Corey ran off the track, but he's being ran hard by – he's got Gibbs up his butt and Kyle laying on his left side or his right side.
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't happy.
I mean,
you take out Blaney, Bell, Kyle Busch, and Denny Hamlin.
I think Corey's just an easy target, too, this season. I mean, he's catching a lot of crap. He's caught up in a lot of crap.
He is. Like,
and not all of it's necessarily his doing either.
No, but, I mean, poor guy.
It sucks. I hate it for him.
I mean –
but he doesn't have a ride next year, and I think that makes him an easy target this year. So people are going to –
yeah, because, it's saying, well, he sucks and he's not getting a ride. So
Kyle Busch fans are –
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Well,
Kyle Busch fans are Kyle Busch fans.
Yeah.
You either love Kyle Busch or you hate Kyle Busch. It's like 0.5% of people who are like me in the middle.
Right.
I like Kyle. I don't love Kyle. I just like him.
Yeah.
If he wins, great. If he don't, great.
Well, I mean,
I'm very much pulling for him to get a win in these next 7 races.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Dale Jr. is not racing anymore, and he's not wrecking Dale, so we're good with it.
That's why I'm getting over it. I mean, him and Dale have talked about it.
Yeah, they've hashed it out.
So when Joey retires, I'll actually like him.
Yeah.
I mean, NASCAR throwing that caution flag at Talladega that year where Joey Logano won the race. Clearly, Dale Jr. won the race, but NASCAR in their caution flags threw it so Joey would get to win. But clearly, we all know the truth. Dale Jr. won that race. NASCAR wanted their Joey Logano to win. So, Joey, when you retire, you'll gain a lot more fans.
Yeah. Well, we'll be okay with you.
Maybe Joey should go on Dale Jr. Download and apologize for that. I'm sorry, NASCAR. Him and Steve O'Donnell or somebody like that
should go and apologize.
NASCAR and Joey owe me an apology. then only then.
Then we can look past it.
But he's got to stop that laugh. I can't handle it.
Oh, yeah, the Joey laugh.
I just can't do it. I can't.
The Joey laugh.
It's so annoying. So, all right. Ryan Blaney. You brought up Ryan Blaney.
Yeah.
Ryan Blaney gets towed back to the garage because his steering something or another broke. I don't really know what it was called, but something broke on his steering. He couldn't turn, so he had to be towed back.
Yep.
And that ended his race.
That ended his day. He was not happy.
No, and to his point, he said NASCAR shouldn't be the one to decide that his day's over, but the rule says if you're towed back, you're out.
Yeah.
It's over. Unless it's a flat tire, because that's NASCAR's design flaw.
Yeah.
So you get 4 flat tires, you're towed back, and it's a free pass. But and I think that's why Blaney was mad. He's like, if you have a flat tire, they'll tow you back, and you can change it and go back out. Now, I don't even know if it could be fixed.
Yeah, I think he didn't want NASCAR dictating his day.
I don't disagree with that.
And Darlington, he gets wrecked on lap 2.
Truex.
Yep.
He got Truexed.
Yep. I mean, he had a good run at Atlanta, but then to not even finish a lap at Watkins Glen because of nothing, because you watch it, and I think this also added to his frustration. You watch it, I mean, nothing really happened to him.
No, and the car didn't even look like it was in that bad a condition.
No, it looked like, that's what I think he was just, I was frustrated for him. Because, man, nothing even happened to you, and you're out. You're done. You don't even get a lap in.
I think NASCAR probably adjusts their rules. Not to say he could have continued type, but they're going to have to reword it because of the flat tire thing.
Yeah.
I think they're going to – I don't want to see them make some big rule change because of Blaney. It sucks. I hate it, but – it is a rule. The rule's black and white
every week.
Yeah, the rule's black and white. I understand why we have the damaged vehicle policy clock and all that. I get it. They don't want cars running around I mean, dude, I can remember back in the 90s, you'd have cars out there with side panels missing. You could see the driver through the roll cage type of thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it was bad. And then you'd have like 18 more cautions because parts were flying all over the track. I mean, I think we had like 18 cautions at Bristol one year, and some of them were just part cautions.
Yeah.
That's where the debris caution came from. We've basically eliminated the debris caution with the DVP.
Yeah.
So I'm good with it. I have no problem with it. It sucked for Blaney. I think we need to adjust it so this can't be brought up again. Adjust the wording of the rule, but I don't think we changed the rule for this.
No, I don't think we do either. I just think it was very unfortunate. And I mean, I think I don't know. I don't know if you can blame it on the car. It feels like it's also really easy to blame the car a lot because
this car sucks.
These cars are bad, and they feel like they break a lot.
They do.
So maybe it was the car's fault.
Except Denny's. I mean, he hit everything on the track Sunday.
And it still kept going. So
yeah, I mean, he done banged off all four corners of that car were knocked in sideways.
Yeah, man.
So Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson.
Oh,
who's at fault there?
I think Brad. I think it was Brad, because Denny is the first one in there, and he is actually letting the 21 go by. Or the 20 or whatever, not the 20, is 21, I think.
Yeah.
Burton. He was letting him go past, and then Larson and Brad coming side by side into the S's, shoving it in there, and Larson beats Brad into the S's, and Brad just holds it in there and running over Denny.
After watching the replay, like 3 minutes before we recorded this show,
I had to prove my point.
I have to agree with you. Brad was in the wrong there. Denny was good. Larson was on the bottom, and he was half a car length ahead of Brad.
Yep.
Brad saw – I don't really think Brad saw a whole lot Sunday.
No.
I mean, he was having a day as well.
He was.
I mean, between pit road and the only tire fall off I really noticed all day was Brad's rolling down pit road. So,
yeah.
You know, it's NASCAR made a big deal. We got 30 seconds tire fall off after 1.5 laps. And then you had Ross Chastain and SVG on like 80 lap tires, and nobody could pass them. So I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe Goodyear should slow down on the drugs because they should pee in the compound. That's what it is. They should. Somebody should pee on every track. They should just have a pee day. every Friday,
Thursday.
Every Thursday, we're going to send fans around the track to pee on it. That fixed Bristol.
Yeah, have our pee fan experience.
No, I put Brad at fault there, 100%.
Yeah,
sucked for Denny.
It did.
I mean, it didn't make his day any worse or any better. It just sucked for Denny.
Yeah,
sucked for Brad too. That was the beginning of the end for him.
Yep, and then Brad gets up into Byron. Well, actually, Logano and Brad are fighting it out, and Byron gets caught up in it. Man, that was crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. That was not William Byron's fault whatsoever.
No, absolutely.
That was Joey's fault. Joey hit Brad. Just run up into him, run all over him. Actually, I guess Coleman Presley's not the spotter that TJ is. So he gets all up into Joey gets all up into Brad, and next thing you know, I thought Byron was going out.
Oh, I mean,
he better be thankful Brad's car was there to stop him, because I think he was going over the wall.
I mean, when you watch the in-car camera or like the front hood camera or whatever it was, and he pops up and you see over that fence, you're like, oh gosh.
Yeah, I wonder what he thought. Right, like a pilot flying a plane, like, here we go.
I know. I mean, it was scary, and then the angles they were showing there at first, it was like, is this wheel through the driver's side?
Oh, yeah, the wreck, the view we had
on TV
looked way worse. Like, I was worried for Brad.
Yeah, it's like, is he good?
I think I even said that to you. I'm like, oh, Brad's okay. That don't look, he's in Brad's window.
Yeah, I know.
You got the front quarter of the car shoved through the window. And Brad didn't even act like he didn't even know.
I know.
It didn't even mess up the net.
No.
When the net stayed intact.
Yeah, and then like Brad's like backing up off of him. Like, is that smart right now? But
Well, that was 7 laps to go.
yeah.
Oh, Christopher Bell.
Oh.
He tried to Cody Ware and pit from the outside lane.
Yeah.
I wanted to blame Austin Dillon so bad on that one, but I couldn't.
You can't. That was Bell.
That had nothing to do with Austin. He didn't do anything wrong there. Christopher Bell just decided from the Cody Ware lane that he was going to pit. And
yeah.
You can't cross 5 lanes of traffic to exit. It don't work ever.
I mean, Bell right there just has to wait till the next lap to pit. I mean, that's all he can do.
I agree. Bell might win the championship, so he needs to just take a deep breath.
Yeah.
I mean, he still did all right, I think, yesterday. Where did he finish at?
I don't know.
I don't either. 14th. So, I mean, he's still leading the points.
Yeah.
Well, second. He's leading the points, but Joey's ahead of him in the cutoff line. So, the points of NASCAR are really, really confusing.
Man, they are.
We do a podcast on NASCAR every week. I don't even understand how the points work.
Yeah. I had to tell you, like, wait, so how do these points work again?
I don't think we ever figured it out.
I don't think we did.
Stage points, playoff points, things carry over. You got to carry the remainders.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like fractions. I just don't get it. All right, so Brad, Joey wreck on lap 7.
Yeah.
Take out Byron. 3 laps to go. We're going to finish this thing in regulation, right?
Nope. Can't. You can't do it.
I don't even know whose fault that was. But mid-packers did what mid-packers do. Yep. And it doesn't matter. I'm not saying the drivers in the mid-pack were mid-pack drivers. I mean,
no.
Reddick was back there. Well, Busch kind of is a mid-packer now, but
yeah.
Reddick's not. But they were in the middle of the pack, and it's like there's a thing in their brain that doesn't work in the middle of the pack. It's like, 3 laps to go, restart, run over everybody, cause as much chaos as possible.
Yeah.
I want to read you this quote. This is from Martin Truex Jr.
Oh, he was not happy.
He said, "It's just crazy that all these races always come down to this. I don't understand how guys can call themselves the best in the world when they drive through everyone on restarts at the end of these races. I'm out of here." We won't see Martin Truex back. Once he retires, I guarantee you don't see him in the NASCAR series.
He's out.
Xfinity, Truck, Cup, none of it.
He's gone. He's done. He's going fishing.
He going
fishing.
If we see him in a car, it'll be a modified or a Cars Tour car.
Oh, absolutely.
Because then you are with the best drivers.
Yeah. Look, I mean, like anywhere from like first back, they are driving like a NASCAR video game.
It's crazy.
They drive exactly how I drive in NASCAR games.
So here's my thing. He made the comment about the best drivers in the world, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we have the best drivers in the world anymore. I don't. They're not the most talented. They're the most well-funded drivers in the world.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, we should make these kids put what their daddies do for a living on the back of their T-shirts. Because it's not about talent. And I think that's why Connor Zilic is such a big deal, because he's got money backing him and he has talent.
And he's got the talent.
Carson Hocevar, he's got talent and he's got money backing him. Obviously, you have to have money backing you. It's just, it don't work without it.
Right.
The model is not set up for talented drivers with no money.
That's what the car store's for.
That's why I say there's probably more talent in the Cars Tour than the Xfinity Series or Cup Series. I mean, look, the Cup Series, the Truck Series, the Xfinity Series, to me, are all the same now. Yeah. The Xfinity Series, we took an hour to run 6 laps.
Oh, my gosh.
Ridiculous. I fast-forwarded through it. I missed a caution. I fast-forwarded through it.
It was ridiculous.
It was horrible. No, I don't know how you fix that, because I don't want to see it end under yellow. That's a waste of my investment. I want it to end under green. So I don't think we get rid of green light checkers. I mean, as much as I like to complain about them, I would hate it if they went away.
Yeah.
But there's got to be a faster way to do this. I mean, the average NASCAR caution used to be 3 laps. The only 3-lap cautions we get now are at road courses when it's a 30-minute caution for 3 laps.
When you're riding around Sonoma.
At Atlanta, it took them 7 laps to pick up a stupid sign.
That was ridiculous.
That's what I mean. Like that
made me so mad.
Used to be a 3-lap caution, but no, it's a 7-lap caution now. And I think that's for TV purposes. That's for commercials.
Get your commercials in.
All that good stuff.
I mean, I don't know. It does. It frustrates me. And I feel like, you say you want to fix it. I mean, a good way to fix it is to get these guys to drive. Like, actually,
You can't fix it. I don't think it's fixable.
I don't think it is either.
I think it is what it is. NASCAR is a billion-dollar industry. If you want to play in their sandbox, you got to have money back in you. It's not about talent. It's not about racing. It's about entertainment. So be entertained. I was entertained Sunday.
Yeah.
Final restart. SVG takes off.
I thought SVG. I thought he had it.
I thought he was gone, man.
I thought it was his. I mean, I thought once he passed Buescher, or not Buescher. No, yeah, Chris Buescher.
Yeah.
I thought that was it. Race over. SVG won. Good race. But man, he made a mistake. And you don't.
That's rare.
You don't see that. You don't see that from SVG.
Chris Buescher put it on his Twitter. I made SVG make a mistake.
Yeah.
That's saying something because Chris did not do what the mid-packers do and take him out.
Yeah, I think Chris ran one heck of a final lap though.
I heard him look at the SMT data on Chris and SVG, and he said that he was impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris ran a solid lap. SVG hit the wall.
Yeah.
He hit the wall going into the bus stop. Chris could have cleaned him out there.
Oh,
but that's not Chris's style.
Yeah.
That's why we all like Chris. He's an all-American driver.
Yeah. That was such a cool finish though.
Prospect, Texas. I mean, how can you not like the guy?
They come to the bus stop. SVG makes not even like a big mistake, but Chris managed to stay right behind him. They come out of the bus stop. Chris it kind of looked like, if you watch it, it kind of looks like he wanted to go to the outside almost. And then he kind of cuts it back in and says, no, I got to go on the inside. And kind of moves SVG out of the way a little bit. And SVG's in trying to put the pedal down, driving the car past its limit.
Not spun it out.
I know, but he kept it. I mean, that was impressive. He kept that
SVG's a talented driver.
Oh, yeah.
I was pulling for him to win, honestly. But I was pulling for Buescher either way.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, I was happy with the outcome. So
I mean, when SVG almost spun out, he was pushing that car. I think he was pushing it past the limit, but I think that was intentional. I think he was in the I've got to push this car to somewhere where I don't think it can be pushed in order to win this race.
And he did.
Yeah.
And he still didn't win it.
Yeah, so but I mean, it's good win for Chris Buescher. I mean, he's a good driver. Chris Buescher's a good driver. I feel like he slept on a little bit.
I do too. I feel like he has been for a while as well. So
I mean, he is good and everywhere. I mean, he's good just about anywhere you go.
I like Chris.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's going to win one or two races a season. He's going to be the future of RFK. Brad will retire eventually. So
yeah, but
Chris is a good one to carry the torch.
Yeah, but good for that team. Yeah, barely missing out twice.
Yeah, I hate that he missed the playoffs because that would have been an automatic breath into the next round. So
yeah.
Speaking of playoffs, this is the first time in playoff era history that the top five has not seen a playoff driver finish in the top five.
That's crazy.
Well, it's so.
Well, I mean, that's what NASCAR wanted, though.
That's why this is the only season we get the clown show playoffs.
Gosh, I hate it.
You got Atlanta, Watkins Glen, Bristol. That should not be one round.
No.
I hate the layout of this playoffs.
Atlanta, and you can have Atlanta and Watkins Glen in the playoffs, just not in the same round.
Well, that's the problem with it. They've got them in the same round, so that's why you got – look, we got – my point sheet out here. Austin Cindric, Joey Logano. You got Christopher Bell, yep. Austin Cindric, Joey Logano, Alex Bowman, Daniel Suarez. I had Daniel Suarez going home.
Yeah.
Round one. I had Alex Bowman going home round two. The guys I had Cindric going home round one or two.
I think I had him going out round one.
These guys are running up top.
I know. I
hate this layout NASCAR. I think this is the worst thing NASCAR's ever done.
Luckily, we ain't doing it again next year.
It almost negates 26 races. Like,
yeah,
what's the point? I just can't. There's nothing about this playoff schedule that I like.
No, I think having two wild card races.
3, really. Bristol's not a guarantee.
No, but you do have your guys who are good at Bristol and who always do.
Old Bristol would have been a wild card race.
Yeah, I don't
New
know.
Bristol, not so much.
Yeah, I don't think New Bristol is really as much of a wild card. But Watkins Glen and Atlanta are definitely wild cards, and you put them back to back in the first round. It's ridiculous.
That's what I mean.
You put them back to back in any
that's why
round.
I call
It's
it a clown
ridiculous.
show playoff schedule. It's like you're not going to get the guy who. I don't feel like it's a deserving champion. I mean, these other guys played it there. I mean, Cindric, Logano, Bowman, they're Suarez. They're doing what it's set up to do.
Yeah.
I'm not bashing them in no way. Like, bravo.
Yeah, this is
Bowman
NASCAR's
didn't show
fault.
up until the playoffs.
This is NASCAR's fault.
Suarez, I mean, these guys, Suarez won one race, made it to, and didn't do anything else all season after Atlanta.
Nope.
Bowman won at Chicago. Other than that, he led 7 laps.
Yeah.
And I think 6 of them were at Chicago. Just kidding. I really don't know that. Brandon will correct me later. Who else? Logano. He's done nothing all season. I mean, he's got a win or 2, but that's it. If he ain't winning, he's running in the back. He's a mid-packer.
Yeah.
But playoffs start, they show up. They're on fire.
And that's good. That's what
you need to do to win.
Right. It's just we don't like the playoff format or the
I like the format. I just don't like the schedule.
Yeah,
I think the schedule should be more, I don't know, like it was last season.
Yeah.
Can't get comfortable over here. Keep moving. That's really it, dude.
Oh wow. Just abruptly ended.
We're over. Bye, y'all. No, I mean, that's really all I got. All we got left to talk about on the nose.
I don't know.
Anything we missed?
Not really. But I don't know. It's like putting Atlanta, Talladega, and Daytona in one.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do next season.
Yeah,
I think we should have Atlanta. Round 1 should be Atlanta, Talladega, Watkins Glen.
Yeah.
Round 2 should be Coda, the Roval, Talladega. Round 3, let's see what else. What do we? Bowman Gray, the Clash, LA Coliseum.
And Wilkesboro.
And Wilkesboro, yeah. Let's run them 3 together. And then we'll finish it at Phoenix because it's sold out.
Yeah, we'll do Texas, Phoenix.
Yeah, and Kansas.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Phoenix sold out again. Can you believe it?
No. I mean, yes.
It's baggage claim. Just ask Jordan. He'll tell you.
Yeah, they've been all buying tickets at baggage claim.
Yep, they are advertising at baggage claim and selling race tickets at baggage claim, apparently.
No, I'm not surprised it's sold out again because it's the championship race.
I hate it. I hate Phoenix.
Phoenix sucks.
I'd rather watch them race at Texas, and I hate Texas.
I don't know about that. They both suck.
Well, this weekend's Bristol, and I like Bristol. So.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we have a Bristol race like we did this spring.
Who you got winning Bristol?
I want to say Denny, but I don't think I'm going to.
I'm going with Denny.
You think?
I'm going with Denny.
I think Bell has a good shot.
I'm going with Denny. Write it down.
All right.
I did.
Okay. I think Bell might do something.
Maybe.
I mean, he usually does pretty good at Bristol.
Yeah. Briscoe could go out there and win it.
I hope not.
That would be cool. I would be good with that.
I don't want Briscoe to win.
I do. That'd be cool. Upset the apple cart. That's what I want.
Oh, man.
And that would definitely upset the apple cart.
Oh, yeah. Harrison Burton. That's my pick.
Right. He could do it, too. All right. Race is 7:30 Saturday night. So make sure you tune in for that.
7:30 Saturday night.
What else you got?
I don't know. I think that's about it. I mean, we covered everything.
I think we did. Surprisingly, we don't have any news during the weeks right now. So
No.
all we have is racing to talk about, which is fine with me.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thank you to everybody who listens to the show each week. We greatly appreciate everybody who listens, watches, shares the show on social media. Man, that was like,
I mean, you were slowly going downhill. I mean, they were supposed to be.
Well, make sure you follow us on X. We're at Car Backwards. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out all our other videos. Check us out on Spotify. Make sure to follow us and rate us there as well. Apple Podcast, if you leave us a review like Brandon did, it helps other people find the show, right, John?
Yeah.
Sydney also left us a review.
Oh, good. Now we
got 2.
More people will
So
find
if you
the show.
leave reviews like Brandon and Sydney did, more people find the show.
And more people will leave reviews.
Yeah. Maybe we can get another review before the end of the season. Janet, can you hook us up with a review? Give us a like, subscribe to the show on YouTube Music. If you feel you need to, you're more than welcome to email us. We're racecarbackwardspod@gmail.com. We will answer the emails if you email us. And make sure to check out Designs by Sydney and support her work. Other than that, y'all have a great week, and we will talk to you after Bristol. Bye, everybody.